Hello, everyone. It's Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper with Stampin' Up, and it is Tuesday at 10 a.m. We're going to try this time slot today. This might work best for a lot of folks, so I thought maybe we would try this. If you are watching, please let me know. Give me a shout out, a thumbs up, so that I know I'm not talking into the space in front of me. All right. Sorry, I had to clear my throat there a little bit. Hey, Betty, good morning. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So, this is not softly sophisticated. I know that's what you're thinking if you're logging in and looking at that title. These are the cards that we did with January's Paper Pumpkin last month. So pretty, right? These were the alternates that we created together. And I always give my projects away that I make. Hi, Thelma. Hello. Thank you for sharing. Hey, Debbie. The sun is actually, I don't even know. I was in my studio before the sun came up this morning, so I couldn't tell you what's happening outside. Um, but I'm just waiting for those warmer temperatures they keep promising us. So anyway, yes, so we are going to give these away, and the winner of these is Donna Beers. So Donna, I don't think I saw you hop on this morning. Congratulations. And I'm going to put your name on them. I will be prepping January's Just Card Kits this week, so we will try to get those out in the mail to you quickly. And they also are going to have the envelopes, the coordinating envelopes with them. It's shining. All right. Yay, it's shining. Good. Good. I'm glad. All right. So there's that. And then just a little other housekeeping. More to celebrate, right? It's February. Celebration is more than half over at this point, since this is February 6th. And we have introduced some additional products that are available with your $50 or $100 purchase. So we have the Beside Me stamp set, the Botanical Layers, that happens to be one of my favorites. The Delightfully Eclectic, I was actually designing with that paper this morning. That's a great deal. If you like a big, thick pack of different patterns paper, this is a great deal. With a $50 product order, you can get that for free. It is typically, I believe, $30 in the catalog. So that's a really good deal. And then the Just Kidding paper that was just released with the mini catalog with all the cute little kiddos on it. The Memory and More cards, I believe those are also the ones from the mini catalog. And then a kit, the Robot Buddies, a couple embossing folders, some more Memories and More. These might be the ones that were just released. This is a kit. Love this memory kit. Markers, right? So here are our Regal markers. These are the new, I said Regal, I didn't mean Regal. These are the new 2023 core color markers. So if you have the Stampin' Right markers and you wanted to get the core colors, but you didn't want to buy all the families again, this is a great opportunity as well. That does require a $100 purchase. And these will be the new format. So they'll have the bolder tip. Hi, Deborah. Good morning. Good to see you. And then the Dragonfly Punch. So lots of fun things there that you can grab in addition to what's still available in Celebration initial launch, right? So keep that in mind as you're placing your orders through February. Of course, also remember that with a $35 product order, you're not going to earn a Celebration item, but you are going to earn February's Just Cards. And I would give you a sneak peek. I'll give you a sneak peek. I don't have them finished yet. I'm behind the 8 ball this month, but there's one. Here's a masculine birthday card and then a thinking of you card. So yes, so you'll earn that with a $35 product order. Bump that order to $50 and you're going to get a free Celebration item for February, as well as you'll get a pack of embellishments from me as a thank you gift. So here's my host code. Keep that in mind as you are placing your orders. And 2 new kits were launched. The Happy Houseplants. So I'm excited about this because I just opened I call it a retreat house. It's actually listed as an Airbnb, but my target audience is crafters. I have an entire crop room set up. But anyway, this houseplants, Happy Houseplants, you get 4 frames to create 4 different projects with the houseplants. I think they'll be cute on a wall in my new location. Hey, Donna, did you hear you won last week's cards? I just announced that. So it's $25. You get 4 frames. You get the frame size is 7 1/8 by 7 1/8 by 7 7/16. And then of course you're going to get adhesive in there as well. There's a box to store them in, and then all the pre-cut pieces. So there's no stamping in this kit, which is kind of fun too, right? You can just make those really cute houseplants. I can't wait. I already ordered it. I also ordered this one, Birthday Sparkle. Now the colors in this one are basic white, crumb cake, early espresso, and gold glitter. So we always like glitter, right? This one's going to make cards and tags for you. 3 each of 2 different designs for the cards, and then the gift tags the same, 3 each of 2 different designs. Plus you get the envelopes to coordinate with it. So I'm loving the little cupcake tag, and the candle tag is cute too. So we'll be making at least one of these together. We'll probably do the card kit together, although I might sneak the happy houseplants in as well at some point. So you can see what that looks like. But this kit is 23, the happy houseplants is 25. And again, it comes with everything you need, even the adhesive. So that's pretty cool. All right, I think that's all the housekeeping we're going to do this morning. I want to share with you this, I would say at this point, and we have a lot of really cool things in Saleabration. A lot of beautiful designer series papers, some embellishments, some ribbon. It's all really cool. I pretty much have it all, but this has got to be my favorite. This is the bundle. This is $100 purchase, but it is the Softly Sophisticated and the coordinating Softly Sophisticated 3D embossing folder. This is what the pattern looks like. I used it in club last month. I think I did at least one Freebie Friday with it. And if you don't know what Freebie Friday is, you definitely want to click on that subscribe button in the comments for my newsletter, because every week I send out on Fridays a free project sheet. And that has all the measurements in it and all the supplies that you need. And of course, if you don't have something that I used to create that particular project, you can always substitute what you do have. But anyway, I love this set. I love the greetings. I love the font. And I love the smaller imagery, because you can do so much with small imagery, right? Thanks, Deborah. Appreciate that. Hey, Corinne, thank you for sharing. Hi, Carol Deegan. Did I miss anybody? Deborah's here. Yep. I think I got everybody. Okay. Let me show you the first card. This was actually our club card. And I got a little secret to share with you on this one. So this was our club card last month, boho blue. This little piece here that is our focal piece, right? That's where we're going to stamp our images, is actually something that most people would probably discard. If you know me at all, you know I'm not most people. All right, so this is the Darling Details dies. It coordinates with, of course, the Darling Details stamp set, right? That's a cute stamp set. Lots of greetings in there, fun fonts. And there are 2 frames. Now, this is the one that we're going to use to cut the big frame out. But this was what was cut away when you cut the smaller frame out. And I just thought it would make a really cute little accent piece. So we cut all these. I have them. There'll be a card in my future somewhere with them. But I kept this piece, and this is what we stamped on. So, and then here's the other dies that are in that kit, right? So it cuts out your floral images and has some standalone images and a neat little border. All right. So Darling Details, that one happens to be in the annual catalog. And I think it might be one that's been overlooked. Maybe I need to do a live with that. Okay, so boho blue is our card base. Then we have a layer of Misty Moonlight. Oops. Oh, I'm empty. That's the one thing I did not check this morning. Tried to be so good. Let me grab a refill. We didn't even make it to the first layer. All right. There we go. That's a little better. So Misty Moonlight card layer. Then we're going to take and die cut this frame. I'm going to center that right in the middle of that layer. So I have a nice even border the whole way around. And I'm going to take that over to my die cutting machine. I don't bring my die cutting machine in because I don't want to rock your world on the table. Because it would definitely rock the camera as I was running the die through. But here is your sandwich when you're cutting a die, right? It's your base platform, plate number 2, plate number 3, and plate number 3 on top. And of course, your piece is sandwiched between. Did you also notice that I ran it through like this? You don't ever want to run your dies straight through because they will warp or bend over time. So I always run it through at an angle that allows the pressure to come in gradually rather than all at one time. Doesn't want to go back where it belongs. So there's another fun piece that we'll probably do something with somewhere down the road. And then we're going to pull this off. I'm going to do it over the trash can because lots of those little pieces are going to fall right out for me. And those that don't, I'm literally just running my fingernails. Oops. Okay, I think there were maybe a half a dozen little pieces left, but literally just taking my fingernails over them is popping them out. There we go. I think all the rest of them are out. So it's not one of those that you got to be worried about. Oh my goodness, it's going to take forever to clean that. Nope. And then I don't know if I've told you my secret. There is a lot of them left in here, but I bang this on the side of my trash can. And it really just pops most of them out. And I might have to push 1 or 2 out with my pick. Hey, Dawn, good to see you. How are you doing? The frame comes from the Dainty Details. Okay. This is the stamp set and then the coordinating dies. And actually both this frame, which cut that layer out, and then this centerpiece that we're going to do, I came right out from this one. So I have a separate piece somewhere over in my stash that I'll be doing something with the actual frame that came out. But this is what was in the center. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm just going to lay that aside. I'll bang it later so you're not hearing me bang things. All right. Now this is going to get mounted to a layer of the other favorite, which is that beautiful paper you get for free with a $50 purchase from Saleabration. If you're in the US, I know it's more in Canada. So we're just going to mount that. And I'm going to be lazy and I'm going to use my liquid glue because it's right beside me. Something like this piece, I tend not to use my adhesive sheets on, and I'll tell you why. One, you would be poking out a lot more, right? Because it would be thicker and it would stick more. After all, it is adhesive sheet. But I also feel like this big section is kind of wasted if you do that. We're going to mount this down first. Just because even if I were going to use that big section for something else, which I probably will, I don't really need adhesive sheet on a solid back piece, right? So I don't use adhesive sheet. You can absolutely use your adhesive sheet on that if you want to, but that's why I don't for something like this. And if you wanted to give it depth, you could even pop it up in the corners, right? That would be cute too. Okay, so then this is our boho blue piece that's going to go right in there. But we're going to go ahead and do a little stamping. grab my stamps and my inks. So I'm going to start with my garden green. And I tried, although it doesn't look like I zoomed in, seriously, it's so weird because I use Zoom, and on Zoom it was like boom right here. Now I'm looking and I feel like I'm far away. I don't know. Hey, at least I'm live. Sunday night, couldn't go live over on my page in Facebook. I had to go in my group. Love the imagery. Think that's so pretty. Then we're going to bring in some Calypso Coral. Okay. The little guy. So here's my tip for you. This little guy right here is going to go inside that little bud holder, if you will. And then once you have that lined up, everything else should come out for you. There we go. And our greeting comes from Very Best Occasions. This is a go-to for me. It has Christmas in it as well as every day. Love, love this one. It's also in the annual catalog. And that's where my thinking of you is coming from. Okay, we're going to mount that. And then that I am going to put up on dimensionals. So let me grab some of those. But I absolutely love that Darling Details. Stamp and die. But even just getting the dies, you're going to get a lot of use out of them. Because there's some standalones in there in addition to the frames, right? Okay, it's going to be a drop day, I can tell. And then we're going to grab our in color dots. This is the 23-25 in colors. So boho blue, copper clay, moody mauve, wild wheat, and pebbled path. Ah, yeah, go back and look at last week's video. I did 3. You weren't I think it was Jen. Was that the lavender one? That's the one I did alternates with last week. We're going to use one of each size. There we go. And then, of course, we'll just go ahead and mount our basic white on the inside. There we go. So there is our first one done with Softly Sophisticated. I absolutely love the colors in that, love the frame, and love the fact that we're using something that would have been thrown away, the inside of that die cut. I'm not going to put those away because we're going to use them in the future. So let's just leave that be for now. Oops. Okay. Moving on to our second project. Now I love my purple. So we're going to use the other flower in this Softly Sophisticated. And Highland Heather is my card base. We'll crease that. We're going to add a layer of Gorgeous Grape. Not quite yet, however, because the first thing we're going to do is take one of our basic white layers and we're going to use the Softly Sophisticated embossing folder. Okay. Got my 3D plate. So your sandwich for your 3D embossing folders is your base plate, your folder, folded edge at the top, and your specialty plate. That's what you need when you're running 3D folders. When you are running regular, non-thick folders, you use your cutting plate, not your specialty plate. Okay. So there is our piece. I wanted to try to lift that pattern just a little bit. So what I did is I took a blending brush. I'm going to grab a piece of scrap here so I don't get it all over my background. I took a blending brush. I inked it up with the Highland Heather ink. This is where I need my glass plate, right? But I still haven't solved the glare, so I took it away this morning. See how I'm bringing up the detail in that design. And actually I re-inked my ink pad, so I'm getting even a little more color on this one than I did when I did the original. Okay. So that pulled that design forward a little bit. And now I can mount this to my gorgeous grate. And then we're going to wrap some ribbon around. So I have the glittery white ribbon that's in the annual catalog. And I have my Highland Heather dark blend. Why did I take that paper away? I always use the bullet tip. You can use the brush tip. This one I could use either or because my brush tip on this one is pretty shot. But you need, if you're working with the glitter ribbon, you want to make sure you're feeling both sides of it. One side has the glitter, you know, the rough stuff, the glittery stuff on it. The other side is smooth. You want to color from the other side, or what I would consider to be the back. Actually, I am going to use the brush tip because this brush tip is shot. So it's a good use when you still have ink in your brush tip, but you really can't do any kind of fine coloring with it. This is a great use to add color to your ribbons. And you can see I had some left over from when I did the original. So that is probably plenty. So we'll stop there. But yeah, if you've got brush tips that are shot, but you still have ink, you can use them to color your ribbon. That's a great way to use them up. I'm gonna cut that off. I am gonna just do a little, make sure I don't have any ink that's going to transfer. It looks pretty good. Okay, now we're going to bring this around. Drop it just a little bit. There we go. I'm hoping my tail, whoops, the tail of my bow is going to cover up that extra dark that I got there. Then I put it right back up where I had it. There we go. All right. And of course, I always take my adhesive down over that. And I can actually go ahead now and add my adhesive and mount this to my card front. Okay. I already did the bow, so we'll put that on then. Nope, it's not going to cover that. See if I can do anything to help it. Probably not. Okay. That one will be mine. I'll give this one away. I used the dies from Thoughtful Expressions to cut out what we're going to use to layer our pieces, right? So should just leave this here. I keep pulling it back and forth. We're going to go ahead and stamp our imagery. Mossy Meadow is the green that I'm using on this project. And I'm going to keep that a little bit lower over here on the side. So here's the trick. White on white does not work for me. I can't see the edge of it. Hey, Pat, how are you? There we go. And then we're going to take our Highland Heather. And again, your trick is the little guys, right? The little guys, the top one goes up there, the little bud goes there. And if you line those up, it should work perfectly for you. Sometimes you have to twist it in your hand more than you think you would. There we go. Not going to put that away because we're going to need that here in a second. To do our with sympathy. Okay, I'm going to be brave and do it on the. There we go. Hey, Cindy. I'm only in the middle. I'm only in the middle. You're good. All right, then I have a layer of gorgeous grape. We're going to mount that too. We can go ahead and mount this layer. I love these dies, and there's lots and lots of layers in there. I thought I had them, but I think I was working with them this morning and I didn't bring them over here. But check out Thoughtful Expressions in the mini. They're beautiful. That's going to pop there, and then we're going to add some embellishments. So this is going to mount flat. I'm going to line that up with the purple edge over there. And I am going to add dimensionals to that as well. Lori needs to buy dimensionals. I am down to the bones everywhere I stamp. We'll grab a glue dot and put our bow on. I am an old dog because I was just thinking, I'm sure there's a very good reason, and I'm sure it was a cost savings to change the orientation of the glue dots on the paper. But man, I wish they put them back. Anybody else feel that way? All right, and then we have the beautiful purple gems, which you can see I absolutely love the purple gems. And we're going to do a couple here. These are the Highland Heather that I'm using. And one right there. On the inside, I have the greeting, may you find peace in the days to come and in the loving thoughts that surround you. And there's my ink. I think we'll do it in the Mossy Meadow, since that will be a contrast for the inside of the card. I'm trying to remember. See, I didn't put a greeting in there, but I did another flower. So you could do that as well. Either or will work, right? You can write a personal message and just do the flower imagery in there, or you can stamp a greeting. or you can do both. Well, you are welcome to steal. Case away. Okay, so there is our second one. Oh, are you falling in love with this yet? Who has this? Who got this bundle from Saleabration? Anybody? I think it was one of the first ones that I picked. All right, and then we're gonna bring the color up a little bit with some red and black. Can't go wrong with red and black, right? And a color I don't often use, which is Granny Apple Green, but I thought it went perfectly here. And of course, we're using those corner dies. Country corners, I think they're called. I have to tape that down. It always goes wonky in the video. Thelma has it. Betty has it. Debbie has it. Good. Well, maybe I'm giving you some ideas today. What do you think? So this one's a little bit of a fun fold, right? And then on the inside, just saying thank you doesn't seem like enough. Hope you know how much your kindness is appreciated. Well, I feel like it's crooked, but that could be me. I'm always crooked these days. Okay. Basic black. This one's cut 4 1/4 by 11. And then I just chopped off however much you want on the front flap, right? There's really no right or wrong way to do that. We're going to bring this back in so we can stamp. Oh, I need to clean. One moment, please, while I clean the greenery. All right. Thanks, Carol. Have a great day. And we're just going to stamp it all over. Kind of almost don't have to do the inside, but, or the center, but we will, just because it's easier for me to get everything aligned the way it should be. See, like I wouldn't necessarily have to put anything here, but why not, right? We might not do all the red. That might be where we say. And then, of course, that is real red. So again, we're going to line up based off of that little bud. And when we don't have the little bud, we can just line up right off the flower. Turn your hands, turn your paper, whatever you need to do. And one more. I guess I am going to do them all. There we go. Okay, so that is going to get mounted onto there. Our layer of real red. This will go on our card front flap. And then while I closed all that up, I should have done this while I was doing. Let's do that. We're going to bring a set of the flowers in from the side. I really do like the Granny Apple with the real red, though, I have to say. Nope. I'm like, where did I put the flowers? So pretty. Then we're going to grab some memento. We're going to pull some of that black in. And the I really appreciate you greeting does come right from Softly Sophisticated. We'll lay our die cuts together. I'm going to pop this on right here. Just on the one side, though. Don't put adhesive all over, or you will seal your card. And that's not what we're shooting for. And then the greeting that I'm going to put on the left side, on the inside, comes from Hope You Know. This is another, I think, hidden gem in the annual catalog. Wishing you comfort, the thank you greeting I'm using. You are the sunshine that brightens so many of my days. That sympathy greeting that I just used on the last card, may you find peace, that's in here. Thinking of you today, miss you, hello friend, truly deeply grateful, and thinking of you today. And then you could add in the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that, and so on. Which would also work with wishing you comfort and miss you. So you could combine those. But we are going to use the thank you in the real red. And we are going to keep this over here on the left side. And part of me really wants to put another flower in this corner, but I don't think I would like it when the card is closed. Yeah, I love that one too, Debbie. Absolutely. Okay, so there we go. And I didn't put any embellishments on this. You could find some, if you changed it to Sweet Sorbet, you could use the In Color Pearls and add some embellishments on there. But I just kind of left this one rest with just the imagery, right? So here we go. Here are our 3 cards using the Softly Sophisticated bundle, because we did do the embossing with the embossing folder on here, and then highlighted it or brought that pattern out by taking a blending brush over it with a soft Highland Heather. We have a really bold bright with the black and red, and then we have the pretty boho blue with the darling details frames. All right, guys, what do you think? Which was your favorite? Do you have a favorite? I'm always interested. Oh, I saw a heart. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, as Deborah said earlier. I appreciate that greatly. And be sure to share. And if you're not a subscriber and you're watching, please subscribe to my channel. I'm live every Tuesday, and as soon as I get everything figured out, I'll be loading my lives that I do on Facebook. So I'm live here every Tuesday. I think we may try this kind of fun for a while. I'll have to change my graphic, obviously. And then I'm live Sunday nights at 8 over on my Facebook page. So you can always join me over there as well. Love the purple, all of them. Second is the best. The purple one, Deborah, you like that one? The purple one, of course. I love purple too. You never get notifications. And you're a subscriber. Did you hit the bell when you subscribe? Because that's what gives you the notification. So if you're a subscriber and you haven't rung that bell, so to speak, make sure you go back and do that. And then you should be getting notifications when I go live. Okay, that's the extra step you have to do to get the notifications. All right. Second one. Okay, great. All right. Hey guys, I really appreciate you watching and hanging out with me today. It's always more fun to stamp with friends, even if it is virtually. And I appreciate you. So remember, Celebration only has a couple more weeks. If there's still goodies out there that you want, or maybe some of the new ones. Right, you're subscribed, but if you didn't ring the bell when you subscribe, Deborah, that's why you're not getting notifications. The bell, it looks like a little school bell, right, from the old days. I just dated myself. But yeah, you have to ring that bell. That's the notification. So see if you can find the bell and ring that. And by ringing it, I mean just click on it, and then it should notify you. Take care, everybody. Be safe, and hopefully I'll see you Sunday night over on my Facebook page. Otherwise, I'll be back here next Tuesday with some more fun projects. Bye for now.